Now, for the more upmarket, I was going to get into it, but I've decided that hear it from the horse's mouth himself. We've got James here. He doesn't have a horse mouth, by the way, and he will tell you what he did with his renovations. And his is a $25,000 renovation, all right? And it really, it'll appeal to you. Okay, he's done it. He's learnt from myself and others around him as all part of the group. And let's all welcome James.
Hi everyone, my name is James. I joined the group Renovation I think 4 months ago, and I learned lots of good things and what to do and what not to do, and especially lots of things about renovation. This is actually the first property that I bought in Mission Bay. Because it was in Mission Bay, I had a different mindsets than if it would be in any other part of town that is not such as a market as Mission Bay. And so I was thinking, but from a renovation point of view, I wasn't thinking of like putting the minimum as by doing it into a standard that will suit the area. Another thing that I've done here is a little bit different than the usual story, and you'll see in a second. So that picture is from the website when I bought the place. It's a unit. I own this one here on the bottom. There's one on top and two on the far end. It's a one-bedroom unit, only one-bedroom unit in Mission Bay, and I bought it for $404. That was, I thought it was quite a bit of a price, especially getting into the fall market for one-bedroom unit. I thought it was a bit crazy at the time, but it turned to be different. So I'll show you a few photos. So that's the unit, that's how I bought it. That was on the day I came to visit the unit. So have a very nice modern kitchen, have the living room. That's the living room. You walk into the kitchen through that door. Bedroom over there, and nice good sized bedroom. The bathroom was pretty good, and that's how I bought it. So there's not much place for renovation, is it?
When did you buy it?
4 months ago.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, one of the things that I learned and using Ron help is sometimes you need to look at things from a different point of view. It is one bedroom, and one of the things, if you go backward a little bit here, one of the things we noticed that it's a really nice flash kitchen. It's brand new, haven't been used. I bought it from an investor, so he just finished up doing the place. I see everything has been painted, lighted, decorated. It was amazing. I would be happy to just move in and just live into it. It was just very appealing. All the neighbors saw it. Everybody loved it. One thing that bothers me is that there was a really big size kitchen, and when me, Ron, and Mark went through it, we thought we can actually do something different. Because after all, the reason we're buying it is to make more money and to create more equity and to make something to the next level up. So what happened on the next day after I bought it? Anyone have any idea what happened? You nuts? It's a brand new kitchen.
Oh, no, to make new walls or whatever.
Yeah, brand new kitchen. What would you do with a brand new kitchen? Getting there. Painted. So, day one. Now, usually you think the story goes backward. Well, it was a mess. We bought it up. We renovated it, and that's what came. But it was the other way around. Now.
Renovation.
Yeah. So we're in the demolition business. Now, everybody, all the neighbors, they thought I went completely nuts and what I'm doing, and it was very weird because the place just been done up, and they've been suffering for like a month for all the renovation to be finished. And now I bring my builders, they bring a skip and starting to put things into the skip, so and nobody really understands what's going on there. But there was something that we knew that nobody else knew at the time. So we have decided to rechange the way the unit structure from the inside. It had a big kitchen, 3 meter by 3.6 meter. To me, it looks like a bedroom. Now, so what we've done, we have decided to shift the bedroom, the kitchen, and to convert it to a bedroom. And so there's lots of things in demolition. Now, the kitchen, it was a brand new, never even seen the daylight, not even one pancake been happening on the kitchen. I called the kitchen company and asked the guy that have installed it to come and dismantle it, and I'll pay money for that. He said, well, what happened? Is anything wrong with the kitchen? I told him, no, the kitchen is just fine, but I just want to shift it around and do something different. He told me, yeah, but we just finished installing the kitchen 2 weeks ago. And I told him, yes, I know, it's a pretty shame, isn't it? It's a nice bench top, a granite bench top, it was really amazing. So the owner told me, no, it's unacceptable, I don't want to come and dismantle it, we just build it up, you find someone else to dismantle it. So the builders did it. So that used to be the kitchen behind there. What we have done, we moved all the kitchen temporarily into a bedroom, rubbish all over the place, and we have created a little hallway. Now, just to give you a bit of an overview of what we've done, this is the before. So we had the living area here, the kitchen was the door here, you walk through into the bathroom and the bedroom. It's pretty nice, simple layout. If I would go there without my education and stuff I learned in the group, I would just say it's a lovely place, and I would probably just take it and rent it out and getting $350, $370 because it's a mission bay and it's a one bedroom. It's lovely. But one of the things that you learn is to look and see outside of the box, and this is not something that's obvious and that everybody sees. So we spent an hour there, we went around, we thought about what shall we do, we move this around here, this one around there. Sometimes you need to let your mind go and to pretty much reset things. This renovation was a bit more costly, it ended up by $25,000, but you wait and see if it's worthwhile. So what we've done, by the way, I download like a freeware software from the internet. There's quite a few of them, and obviously if you have a PC or a laptop at home and you feel like getting yourself a bit dirty in a way, you can just play around and just do your own decoration. You save heaps of money, you don't need to pay for other people. It's very simple, it's much more simple than you think. It's like a big Lego. You just move things around and it's really easy. You don't need any special education, and they are freeware as well. So I just measure up with the tapes, I draw it to proportion, and that's the after. So what we have done, it was a big bathroom that didn't have any reason. We created the new hallway because we blocked this wall, and obviously you need access to the room. So if you want to get to the room, you just go around here and into the room. The entry to the bathroom, the original one here, has been blocked and it's become a wardrobe. So we have a wardrobe. So legally it's a bedroom because it's a wardrobe. It's a bit weird, but yeah. Now we have moved the kitchen into the dining area, and we have actually moved that wall by this much. Another thing that was really hard for me to digest at the beginning, all this hassle and lots of money to move a wall only by this much, but this much was exactly what we need to get the kitchen over there that I think will flow, and it's a good size and it's all nice and makes sense.
Did you do any structural changes?
No, we haven't, yeah. I was working, also same thing the way I see it, I was working with a qualified builder. that he knows the ins and outs of what he can or what he can do. Spiky, registered Spiky, plumbers. So I like doing things by the book. I get certificates from everything that they've done, so I have it in my records. What we've done here is, same as Oren just explained, we just move things around. Nothing to do with structural, nothing to do with windows, nothing to do with any structural thing. So you're allowed to do it, and especially if you use trade people that they give you certificate for their job, that definitely counts. So that used to be the bedroom, the kitchen. As you can see, it's been ripped apart. Now we're standing in the new bedroom, second new bedroom. Looking backward to that side, that used to be the entry to the bathroom. And now, as you can see, there's a wardrobe, and that's a new hallway. It wasn't easy and just obvious to walk into a place and to visualize, okay, I'm going to make a hallway from here to there. But you learn how to see things in a different light. Okay, the new hallway that didn't exist. Looking from the entry into the room, so it used to be a door here. Now we closed the wall. As you can see here, we moved the wall by 0.5 meter. An expensive exercise, but worthwhile. You have the new hallway, and this area here is where it's going to be the new kitchen. So it's going to be like an open plan kitchen dining room. It's very modern, very fashionable in those days. It's not like a weird thing. It's pretty common, and it gives you a nice open plan. Now, next slide. Back to my little software. I was really amusing myself playing and doing different design and different features at 11 o'clock at night. That is a good timing. All the kids are asleep. The wife fell asleep on the sofa. Nobody bothers me. I can really focus and do my own thing. So using the same software, I just play around, and you can get some help from professionals and whatever, but it's really eventually is up to you. You're the one making the calls how you want this to be structured and how you want to be built. So I had a very limited amount of space. It was only 3.6 meters from wall to wall, and that's what I came with, having a dishwasher, oven, sink, microwave, an extractor, and obviously the fridge in the middle. And this all would be done by software. So once you want to go and buy your own kitchen, and you go to a company, usually they have off-the-shelf items. So if you go there and you just tell them, I want a kitchen from wall to wall, they will give you anything. But if you don't know what you want, it makes things much more difficult for those guys to build something for you, because you are the customers, you need to know what you want. So that's why it's good to play around a little bit. Some companies want the whole design from you. Some companies will actually spend the time and give you a little design. So depend who you work with. Obviously, I use one of the companies we use in the group, and they're really good to deal with. So after the design and going into the manufacturing, that's the real McCoy. So that's the kitchen that have actually been built and designed. You see? Yeah, good question. Well, I haven't used the old kitchen because it was just so difficult to refit things. It was too much mix and match. I decided to keep it on, put it on the side, use it for my other unit, and just starting fresh new. It's another hard decision. The other kitchen cost like $6,500, and it's really hard for you to mentally think of demolishing a brand new kitchen. So it's kind of a mindset that you need to go. It's not obvious. So as you can see, like going back to the design, and that's what happened after. That's almost look like the real McCoy, but that's from the software, and that's what it came to. Now, because it's a mission bay, and because if you want to charge better rent, you want better tenants, you need to do something a bit different. The unit itself is not massive. It's 55 square meter. It's just good enough. But what I wanted is to put a bit of a luxury for the people. So if people, and you have tenants coming there, you know, there's billions of places that have 2 bedrooms. You go into a bedroom, it's just a bed essentially, but because of the area, I want to give a bit of more, something special. People like kitchens, they like bathrooms. So you have a couple that go inside, they're like, oh, that's really nice. And they love it, you know. They wouldn't measure the living room and says, oh, this living room is only 4 meters, but we want 5 meter living room. That doesn't really happen. But they look at the kitchen and they really, really like it. I went and I did the extra mile. I put a mosaica, so it's like a little glass, all different colors. I have added some LED lights on the top and bottom that lights the place up. Makes a really, really nice impression. The dishwasher, oven, and all the accessories, I have reused them to save a little money. I put a single sink. I haven't used the full sink because the stainless steel part on the side that doesn't really take any space, but it makes the place look a bit smaller. So I just only put a single sink, and it just gives you more of a work area from both sides. LED light I installed myself. Yeah, as you can see, like a LED strip. I personally like the LED technology. It's very cheap, and I think it has really good impact. It lights the place up, makes the place feels much bigger, much more roomy, and granite top, and it just looks like a design kitchen. Now, all of that kitchen, by the way, the cost of it. Anyone have any idea how much this kitchen cost? And well,
10 grand.
let's say, because I have reused the appliances, let's take the appliance out of the equation. So I'm talking about the mosaica, lights, bench top, granite top, all installed, cut, and fit. 8?
2,800.
Can I buy one? Can I buy one from you?
5 grand.
5 grand.
3,500.
3,500. It costs to buy the kitchen from my design and install it and fit it in. And this is like a really, really sharp price. See, one of the benefits, like I would never myself find that kind of deal, or even if I go to Barnes or warehouse, or I'll just go and buy things off the shelf, and I would never know. But see, one of the things I'm happy and that helps with the group is that we have big good discounts from suppliers. So 3.5, none of the neighbors could have believed it. They came there, they was like standing there in queue. They almost want to order a kitchen for me. I started to think about cutting a coupon maybe. The stone on the back, the one you've seen here, that was a bit of the luxury thing. Those are actually really, really expensive. Each tile is like $30 in bunnies from the place we bought them from. Material plus installation, it cost me, I think, around $700. This is really cheap as. Well, a little bit of the before and after. Same location. Used to be the kitchen. Kitchen is gone. Now we have a bedroom. It doesn't look much big, but it's 2.5 meters by 3.6 meters. It's a good sized bedroom. So you can fit a double, you can fit a king side bed there. I just got a bedroom for free. Well, I did pay for it though. In the bathroom, I have decided to lift it up a little bit. We bought a nice big size tiles, 600 by 600. All the $1 billion houses use them. 600 by 300 on the walls. And we have retiled the whole place. I haven't used my own skills. I'm capable of doing it, but I have my day job. So I pay for other people that they have more experience and they can do it in half of the time, half of the cost, and they'll get it right on the first place. Because time does cost, and if you get things wrong and you need to refix it, you lose a few more days, a few more weeks. With the tiles, without the tiles, it just looks bit more impressive. Toilet. Where's Ron? Ron. A place for you to park for a few days. So, the toilet that's the before. Still a nice, good toilet. As you see, it has its own door. We make the toilet and the bathroom all one big space because it's pretty common in those days. Retile it. The cost of extra tile was not so amazingly expensive, but it looks much nicer. Anyone have any objection with that toilet? Yeah, that's a job. The outside, same thing. A little bit tiles makes the place looks much nicer. It was just a basic concrete area here, and we for a cost of around $1,000. That I don't think it's so bad. It's quite a big area. It was the cost of buying tiles and feed them. So it takes it from just a place or just a unit into the next level up. Same thing as the letterbox. If you come to the place, the first thing you walk into the unit, that's what you see. You see that area, and that area facing north. You can sit down there with a little table and a couple of chairs, and you can just enjoy and have a tea or coffee, and it's just a nice place to sit in rather than sit on that. Renovation cost. The builder, electrical, plumbing, paint, all up $16,000. Kitchen, $3,500. All the tiles, $4,100. There's quite a bit of tiles on the floor, on the kitchen, bathroom, and in the front. Carpet, only the bits that we have added, is $800. Another $600 went for bits and pieces. I don't even know what for. Total renovation, $25,000. It's not the cheapest renovation, but it brings us to the next slide. So I bought it for $404,500. Renovation was $25,000. The new RV registered valuation after that was $465,000. So the place is become now 2-bedroom, much more nice, appealing. So the new increase in equity, it was around the $60,000. If you minus my renovation cost, that was $25,000. Still, I have $35,000 in equity. That it might not be an amazing amount, but it's still the value went up. But the most important thing, the rent. If you remember going back to the beginning, I could have just take that one. I would have people lining to rent 1-bedroom unit for $350, $370, and it's a nice place to rent, isn't it? But having it as a 2-bedroom, $450. And if you think it's expensive, it took me 3 days to rent it out. People were just almost, fighting for it. 3 days, it's been offered, been rented, and I had people moving in a couple of days' time. And they just loved it. They just really loved it. They just, they even brought their friends to have a look and see how lovely their place is. The gross yield on the whole deal is 5.4. But it's good. It's reasonable. And yeah, so a bit of a different story.
What would have been the rent before?
The rent before was supposed to be around $350, $360, $370. Yeah, but now the rent is much different. Yeah, any questions?
How long did that renovation take?
Yeah, good question. Renovation, it was around 5 weeks. Yeah, you really need to compress it and work with a lot of people, and it's yeah.
In your rental property, do you employ project managers in that? State property managers?
It really depends. Sometimes you'll get a builder that he's very knowledgeable, and the builder I use actually organize the electrician, the sparky, plumber, and all those guys.
Sorry. I mean the property manager.
For rent, It really depends if it is possible, and some people doing it, some people don't. Yeah, I choose to manage it myself just so I can learn about it, and so far it's all right. Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much, guys, and thank you, Ron.
Well done.
Thanks a lot.